Welcome to Andy's Library. And tonight I have a special guest star,
Lucy.
Look at this fresh young face. She's going to be telling us her favorite classic to read on a snowy, cold winter weekend night. And I also have a couple classics that I'd like to share that I like to read when it's nice and cold outside. Do you want to go
Also,
first?
I would like to add, we do have tea to be nice and cozy on a nice winter night. And this was knit by my mother.
What? That is pretty sweet.
Nice little cozy sweater.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
And then my nice little cozy sweatshirt. We've got our PJs on. We're ready to go. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll go at the end.
Okay. First off, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This book, I'm reading it right now. I particularly enjoy this because it is much more layered than I thought Frankenstein was. I had no idea. There is maybe 3 storylines going on.
It's a lot.
I know, and it's dark and it's twisted and it is heartbreaking. So this is the kind that you kind of want to cozy up, really dive into. Did you have to read this?
No, I have no idea what happens in it.
I didn't either.
Only know that Frankenstein is not the monster. I do know it's the scientist.
Okay, I did not, but I know it now. I mean, after reading
That's true, right?
You're right.
I knew that.
It's like, and Frankenstein is, okay, so the monster is actually really articulate.
Really?
Yeah, he's not just like he's actually very articulate. So it's really layered.
I bet it'd be more sad than I think.
It is more sad.
It's
I'm sad.
Sure.
It's scary. My favorite part of this is what I read on the back, which is Mary Shelley was kind of in a book group or something. I don't know, a writer's group or whatever. But they all kind of challenged each other to write a ghost story, and she's the only one that followed through. And guess what? Still with us today.
Classic.
So this, I really recommend this. Cozy up, get your tea.
And then you can watch one of the movies after.
Yep, that's right. Oh, see
the
there?
Bed.
See that?
Yeah. And if it turns into a long weekend.
Oh my gosh.
Snow day.
Yep. Oh, these are all fresh ideas.
Yeah. Unlimited options.
Next up, think dark, gloomy, stormy weather. It's cold outside, sort of like a moor. And that's where Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte comes in.
I did read half of this, or maybe less than half. But I did tell my entire 8th grade class that it was my favorite book because I thought it was cool. So I do a bit of history with it, but I don't know what happened. And I was surprised, well, I won't spoil anything, but I was surprised how early the one person died.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so tragic and dark and earthy. Like, this is a love story that's in your bones. Like, that, it's just...
To put it that way.
I mean, this is not a beach read. This is a love story that you're like, once again, you're on the sofa, you've got the covers around you, it's probably freezing outside. Again, you're drinking the tea. And this book it's right there for you. It's like, the weather's awful. The families are dark. It does actually have a family tree in it, which does make any book, that much better.
I think the good part is you can't be more sad than this book is.
Yeah, you can't.
You're only more positive than the book.
That's true. You
have it better than this guy.
Exactly. No matter how melancholy you feel, no matter how much the wind is blowing. Heathcliff's got it worse.
Yeah, he does.
And actually, I think Wuthering Heights, when there's a movie adaptation that has Tom Hardy as Heathcliff.
I've not seen that. I would love to see that.
I love Tom Hardy. Maybe tonight. Maybe that's what we watch.
Maybe.
So there's again.
We can do that.
This is a nice
I'll find
dark.
out what happens.
So all those 8th graders out there.
Hopefully I like it, or else I've been living a lie.
You've been selling a bill of goods. I think you will like it. I mean,
We'll see.
It
I
can get
probably
worse.
will.
but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, and it is weird how early that happens.
Yeah.
Next one, Anna Karenina. Those are her knees.
I thought it was a very vulgar
I know,
cover.
it's not. Those are her knees. But this is such... I mean, it's big, it's fat. But you get into this, you just get sucked in. And I think most of us know the tragic story of Anna Karenina.
I don't know anything about Anna Karenina.
It's tragic. Anna Karenina, it's tragic. But there's another love story, a parallel love story that's going on in here that is really sweet and so... Oh, it's like this, like, hashtag goals kind of thing. Yeah. So I don't think a lot of people know that part of it. They only know the really tragic Anna Karenina part of it. But again, this one is perfect when it's cold out. You just want to curl up. And because it was originally written in Russian or whatever, I mean, it's translated, so it's modern. You can read it. It's not like you're trying to, plod through old English classic. And it's got, you just get sucked in, and you're the whole time you're just like, oh, please don't make these choices. And she just keeps making these choices. But again, there is a redeeming storyline going on at the same time. But this is such a beautiful book. The writing is it pulls you into that time period. Plus, it's Russia, so they're all wearing furs and they're under layers of coats and big hats. So you kind of feel cozy when you're reading it.
I have not read this, but there is also a movie. Apparently, the only thing I know is about movies. But I always see the movie on, I think it's on Netflix or something, and I always want to watch it. But I'm holding out because I do want to read it first.
Wait, is it?
I think I would really like it.
Who's the woman? Do you remember?
I think it's.
Is it Keira Knightley?
I think it's Keira Knightley.
I think I saw it.
Yeah, I do want to watch it, but I'm gonna wait to read the book.
It's good.
I think I would like it.
It is really good. I mean, it's not Keira Knightley in Pride and Prejudice, which is...
Could not be topped.
That's the best. When he walks down across that field in the morning. Oh, yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah, it's not that good. But it's a good movie. But this is the way to really pass a wintry, cold weekend. Absolutely. Or, well, okay, let's be real. Month. It's not going to take you a weekend to read this. Or at least not me.
Yeah.
And then my final pick, I don't have it here because I think I lent it to someone. I think I lent it to somebody. Anyway, Middlemarch by George Eliot. And Middlemarch is, again, it's pretty thick, which makes it perfect for a cold winter weekend. You've got nothing but time. It is funny and charming, and there's a bunch of little love stories in it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a whole bunch of Jane Austen books, like, all together. And you love the characters. They are silly, and then some of them are kind of heartbreaking, but all of the love stories are just so cute. But then there's this overarching love story that you are just rooting for the whole time.
That sounds good.
It is so good. And like, a lot of the figures are kind of comic, and again, George Eliot does such a good job with even the minor characters. She gives such a depth to them that you remember them. And, each of these characters, even if they play a very minor part, they still really stand up. So it's a great book to just dive into when, again, it's gross outside, it's freezing. Where are you going to go? You're going to go to your sofa.
Yeah.
You're going to pull a nice big fat book and you're just going to settle in. Middlemarch, I would not have read it had it not been on my scratch-off thing to read before I die. But I'm glad I did, and I highly recommend it to everyone. I know it's fat and intimidating, but I say definitely dive in.
My turn?
Yeah. Let's see what you got.
So I have not read a lot of classics, as we can tell. I haven't read a lot of books. I'm not a huge book person like my mom. But this, I would consider this a little bit of a classic because it is My Life in France, Julia Child.
She's a classic.
She's a classic.
Yeah.
I feel like she's the classic part of it.
I agree.
And I picked it because I didn't go with the creepy tone that you went with.
Okay.
I picked it because it makes you feel cozy when you read it. I didn't finish it yet. Disclaimer, I did not finish it.
I see a theme.
Something really bad could happen at the end that brings the tone down, but I didn't get there. So far, cozy. But it's about her moving to France with her sweet husband, and then she starts taking cooking classes, and it's just all about, her life when they moved to France, and it's so inspiring, and it's so sweet, and the cooking makes you just, like, hungry for some warm, like, soup or something, and I feel like French food is kind of cozy food a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And it's the best, and she's so sweet. She's so positive. It's the best. And then there's a movie. It's called Julia and Julia, and it's not all about this book, but it is Julia Child. It's so good.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's the woman follows the cookbook.
Yes.
It's really good. It's not like, about this, but I watched it right after I read half of this, and it was really good. So, yeah, I would really recommend this book. It's great.
So there you go. 5 really good choices for the next cold winter weekend, which we're kind of right in the middle of one right now.
Yeah.
So
hence the sweater and sweatshirt.
No time like the present.
And the tea.
And the tea. So we hope you enjoy this. Let us know if you like any of these choices, if you read them or have read them. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.